After 4 long years of not being able to meet up and go on an adventure with one of my best friends and business partner, the time had come for a 5-day adventure. We start off here in the high desert plains of northern Arizona, work our way up over 7,000 feet into the largest ponderosa pine forest in the world. This is day 1 of our adventure. Back there where we came up, all the way across to the desert area over there. Look at this is the never-ending ponderosa pine forest here.
Yeah, like money. So, Meaty is going to be eating, or Chris is going to be eating Southwest beef and black beans. Normally vegetarians I find the vegetarian meals in MREs much more palatable in general.
Yeah.
And of course, he shafted me with the chicken. Anything chicken in MREs is terrible. And you did that on purpose too.
Well, last time I got the chicken, it was pink and it smelled like tuna fish.
It smelled like tuna
We had
and
to
it
share.
looked raw.
We had to share the taco meal.
But then other people were like, "No, man, that's the way it looks. It was so delicious." I'm like, "Forget
Give me your
that.
address. I'll send it to you."
Yeah, forget it. So mine is greasy.
Look,
as
it looks like
balls.
it's totally beef stew. Look, beans, everything, corn.
Yeah, yours looks like a chili. Mine looks somewhat like pesto, but dude, there's so much. Like, I'm assuming that's olive oil.
Yeah.
Is it real olive oil?
It helps lube things, you know.
Yeah. Maybe, like you said, maybe I'll need the cheese sauce to balance this out. I'm gonna be crapping in my tent tonight.
Not if you take the cheese spread. What's up, everyone? We're on the Can We Survive trip, and so I'm going to try and record a little bit of stuff on my phone, which I don't ever do. But since I've got the 22, we'll give it a shot. The picture, obviously, I can see the picture looks really good. My concern is the audio, but it looks really good. I got some panning shots of the camp, really neat. And you can see here's a track that we came in on right here. And then it continues down this way. And then there's also a little spur track shooting off this way. So where we're at right now is these areas, they have like semi-maintained roads. I say semi-maintained, they're just red clay. And if they get rutted out or anything like that, they will come through and kind of grade them. So trucks with campers, the caravans, some RVs, I rarely see any RVs, they can come in those roads. But these roads that we're on now, these are the roads that I recorded little loop tracks that come off of that main road that comes in. So we're probably in, say, 10 miles on one of those semi-maintained, and then we shot up this one is about a 6-mile loop, and we're about somewhere in the middle of the loop. So even though there's this what looks like a trail, a track, a road right here, this is nothing. We're literally in the middle of nowhere. Got up on top of some mountains over here, was really fun. It's turning out good. My experiment of wanting to have each of us have our own vehicle is turning out really good. It's really fun. And we have the little radios. We're able to talk to each other and both get to have fun driving, because, you know, my opinion, the most fun you can have off-road is if you're actually driving. It's fun in the passenger seat, but if you're a driver, you're going to want to drive. And it's just a lot of fun to experience it, especially if you've never experienced it before too. So I'm just going to be recording a lot of different things for here. Niels is going to be recording some stuff for his channel. And then obviously we're going to be knocking it out of the park with food for Can We Survive. Pretty good today. We did MREs. Mine was delicious. I had beef stew and it tasted like beef stew. Imagine that. So looking forward to some dinner tonight. This is the first day and the first night right now. All right, I'm set up.
And I'm good. I guess we don't, oh, Jesus, that is great. You're welcome for the green dot in your eye.
Is this supposed to support my weight?
Dude, it does. Remember, we got those? Those things are good for like friggin'...
Oh, they're actually really comfortable. They make bigger ones now, taller back
I've
versions.
seen them.
Yeah.
They're friggin', they weren't cheap when we got these things.
They're... All right, everyone, welcome to camp. We are officially set up. So we got the Jeep here with its awning deployed. We set up a little cooking station here. Got the Land Cruiser with its awning deployed. We got the tent now. This is a 10-person setup tent, apparently. When those little stretchy things, they wear out, you have to hold every joint together.
It's supposed to hold the poles together.
Yeah, and we had to, well, we got it. It's there. So that's set up. Getting set up for cooking here. We got a nice location. It's really actually, usually up here, there's not a lot of thick kind of undergrowth. With these ponderosa pines, you can see that the branches and leaves don't start till more than halfway up the tree, but there's a nice little dry creek over here, and there's a ton of monsoon clouds above us. So if it does come down a torrential, we should get some flow right here in this creek.
It's raining.
Is it raining?
Again, a tiny bit, yeah.
That's what you call a dry creek. So there was another location back a little farther in the last track that we took, and it was beautiful, really thick trees. They were very close together. It looked like kind of a young growth, because there had fires, you know, come through here periodically. They weren't as big as these, but there was a lot of them, and the whole ground was covered in what looked like a fern type bush. The problem is where this little dry creek comes from, there's a huge creek bed that runs, and there's a lake that it runs into down farther. So if we went down to where the flat area was, it would look beautiful, but if it rained, we had a chance of being in the creek, and probably not the best idea. It's been a while since we've been out together on Can We Survive, and I can tell you, our first day, it's like instant super fun, right? And the big difference this time is we've got 2 vehicles. We got radios, so we both driving is what's so much fun. Getting
now I get to enjoy it too.
yeah, getting beat up in the passenger seat, it's not nearly as much fun as driving, right?
No.
So
Yeah, it's fun going through there, and it's easier. I've never overlanded or anything like that, so with Meaty in the lead, leading, I just followed your your path or whatever, and it was easy.
And these tracks that we're taking here aren't your traditional overlanding. These are covered in rocks and embedded rocks and creek crossings and hills. This is border lighting on just fun off-roading.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. We actually drove, I don't know, probably 6 hours worth of driving around.
Yeah, a lot. We were up super early too.
Yeah, I got up at 5. I think maybe I was a little excited.
You were 5, I was like 20 after 5, around 5:30 down there. And as soon as we were ready, we
Vamonos! Cooking pasta now?
Yeah. This thing's just boiling like a beast.
What is that, sea foam?
We don't need the lid on. As long as it's boiling, it doesn't really matter.
Garlic.
Yeah, all I'm smelling. There's a lot of garlic. The main thing is we're around a hot stove with the sun blazing on us now in 95-degree weather. It's very refreshing.
It's been overcast for the last 3 hours, and now that you're cooking, the sun came out.
There you go. Have some more heat. Thank you. We don't need this anymore.
Taste test. The crust on the shrimp is perfect.
I like this dry rub. And they got a bit of heat too the more you eat them. But not too much. I think the pasta has more heat than the shrimp.
I think it just tastes like flavorful. Like, it's not spicy to me, it's flavorful, you know? I'm kind of a hot sauce guy, though.
Yeah, so yeah, you should be alright. That's why I figured a little bit more. At home, I use half the amount of chili flakes because my youngest can't take it, so. And pasta's fine, actually. I thought it would be more mushy, but it's actually not.
It's good. It's almost like it stabilized a little bit sitting out there while you did the shrimp. Because at first when I tasted it, I'm like, whoa, that's about a minute.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
It's like actually stabilized.
This is way better.
Yeah.
I don't know why it did that. I agree. This second I tried, I was like, yeah, it's slightly overdone. But this is actually really good.
The way the pasta is, it tastes like refreshing, not heavy. And the way all the different spices and everything you did, it's flavored to me. It just tastes like good flavor, you know?
It's only going to go up from here. That's first round down. We have also buco some other time, so.
Oh, it's some good stuff. Whoa, I'm going to finish this.
I don't know if you guys can pick that up. I don't have my mic on very loud, but we're pretty sure there's a bear near us. We can hear him.
And he's circling us.
Yeah, he was this way there, and now he's this way here, and I don't think he's any farther away like his. And we were like, what's that sound? And it's like, brrr. Whatever it is, it's not small. It ain't a bird.
And it's circling us.
And I'm seriously contemplating sleeping in the Jeep because all I've got is a tent, and Chris is sleeping in the actual vehicle because he's like, oh, I'm gonna try that. Or I'm like, I don't know if I want to be sleeping in the tent. Like, we have bears where I camp, but I've never come across a bear. Like, I've seen bears up at like a cottage or whatever, but I've never camped with a bear around. Like, I know they were there, but this one's making a lot of noise.
And he keeps circling, like half circles on us.
Yeah, so we're going to be monitoring this, but I've always said, and I said earlier today, I was like, I'm kind of hoping, since we don't have a campfire, maybe something happens in the night and I could wake up and film it. And it's not even nighttime, and I'm like, I'll take it back. I don't want anything to happen. I'm like, listen to that. I'm like, oh my God. So we may very well have a bear here, but stay tuned. I don't know what's going to happen, but great.
Morning time. We survived the night making some French toast, right, with brioche.
With brioche, some butter. No cinnamon, no vanilla though, so...
It's all right. We've learned a lot for what I'm going to call finer camp cooking, the stuff I would do before was just like camp food, but this is like stuff you would really enjoy at home.
It's much harder to cook.
Much harder, right?
Yeah, you'd think it's easy, but even just the fact that we can't have a level table, things are sliding this way, and I've got to constantly readjust because the butter or oil is pooling in one area. It's like, holy mackerel.
So how did you like the bear last night?
Yeah, it didn't make for easy sleeping. I'm like just constant. What's that?
So this was your bear protector.
Yeah, you're in like an armored tank.
I'm in this thing.
And I'm like,
and you were in there.
Snack that he's gonna get.
So just as a reference, you guys, I'm sitting here, and I hear something which sounded like it was on one of these trails down there.
Listen to that.
Right, it was like a claw or a hoof on the rocks, and it was right over there. And then I'm like, what the heck was that? So come over here, and it was dark, and it was full moon will be in 2 days. So we had that, but your eyes will play tricks on you. So right there is where I initially heard kind of something on the ground. Then when we were here, right about there, we heard a bear grunt. And like, oh shoot, that's a bear. Well, right here, we rinsed off the shrimp, so we had fish smell here. We drained stuff over there, and we put some pasta over on that tree if anybody wanted it. So I heard it there, so, I mean, obviously what's happening here is he's flanking us all the way to about there. And this was from this area, it was about 15 minutes. And then finally about right over there, we didn't hear it again. And then your eyes start playing tricks on you. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want a bear coming in here because it's dark. I don't want to have to scare it off. Well, luckily it didn't come into camp, but it was really close, and it was tracking us or flanking us. Breakfast time. Breakfast time. And this spork cuts really good, like on the side.
Real good, like.
Yeah, I don't need no stinking knives. Man, that bread is perfect for this.
Yeah, brioche is so good for French toast. Because it's soft.
I tell you, I don't miss powdered sugar, cinnamon, none of that. It's perfect. That maple syrup's pretty good. Mm.